You're listening
to Snuff Magee and Friends. Irrelevance in the Dungeon.
Snuff Magee and Friends. Here we go. Snuff Magee and Friends. Snuff Magee and Friends. Snuff Magee and Friends. Snuff Magee and Friends.
Snuff Magee and Friends, Irrelevance in the Dungeon, episode 20. I am Snuff Magee, joined by
c.Farris,
Desiree Dixon
Tony Vaughan.
This is a very special episode. These are people who I went to high school with, and some I went to middle school with. 20-year reunion is going to be this year. Is there...
next year.
Actually, it starts, 99 to 2000.
This has been the year when we started seeing the year right here.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, 20 years ago.
There's no need to be corrected.
Don't mind going.
You know? We promised we wasn't going to come for each other before the show started.
We didn't make those.
We didn't make 30 seconds. You know? I noticed that.
It's going to be a good one.
Yeah. It's going to be a good one. Tony Vaughan.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we articulate.
Mm-hmm.
I got the shirt.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you posting the picture and everything, man. I got my shirt as well.
Was I feeling myself on? I tried to,
It looked good, man.
Okay,
it looked good, man. I appreciate you.
I didn't want to be extra or whatever.
Nah,
but
it was all good. I appreciate you, man.
I put the articulate shirt on. I felt articulate.
Well, that's how you should feel.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But I appreciate it. This is your
what, 4th or 5th show? I don't know, man.
You about to get taken. Hey, if you're listening, Mariah, watch out.
Hey, man, just call me the Michael Strahan of podcasting.
Oh, you the Strahan?
I kind of do it.
Now
all,
you creeping towards Dwayne Johnson territory.
Hey, man, I take it. I take it.
So, are we having an official reunion? Do we know?
I told you, I saw Shorty, and I asked her, what was good. She said, I don't know. I'm gonna talk to her. I haven't heard anything. So hopefully, if not, the culture.
Hey, we can have an unofficial.
Right.
This is, see the people you want to see and not the ones that you aren't.
Yeah, this is kind of an unofficial one tonight. I'm just trying to go out of town. It ain't gotta be here. We can hit Vegas up or something.
Man,
you trying to cause Vegas?
What you mean?
Yes. Well, let's do it in August of next year, so it'll be around my birthday.
Okay, all right.
Oh, segue.
Segue.
That part, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh.
Before we get to Miss Dixon, so the trifecta, man, part 2, it's coming. I'm gonna get with Kel. Get Mariah. We got to do the trifecta part 2.
Yeah, definitely, man. My boy Kel, man. Kel, that's my dude, man. Like he bring it, man, and the way he thinks is definitely unique, man. So I like that perspective, and the two younger people with us, we a little bit older. I think
I ran into that shit last night. I had a girl was 27, one was 29. They kept saying, the older generation. I'm like, yo, we're borderline millennials, man.
Yeah, we are
borderline.
Definitely different
depending
stuff.
on where you look at it, we are millennials. We just on the other end.
That's what I'm saying.
We on now. We in there.
But Kel's gonna fuck around and get taken too. Kel, just let. Hey, I'm sorry, Tone. I'm stealing motherfuckers.
Hey, man.
Getting to the birthday month for the birthday girl, Miss Dixon. So what day is her birthday?
August 23rd.
Okay. Are you looking forward to it? I don't know. Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to my birthday. I'm glad to be alive.
To
make it to see another year, so I'm looking forward.
Okay. So, can we get the baby story?
I'm giving the baby story on Facebook right now. On Instagram.
Well, we're not on Facebook. We're on Snuff Magee and Friends, Irrelevance in the Dungeon, and we have some listeners who haven't heard the baby story. So, if you would like to just briefly talk about it.
Okay. I gave birth to a young king named Daxton Alexander Dixon on May 16th.
You
Shout
sure?
out to Dax.
Yeah. And, wasn't expected, but he here now. And we're excited now.
So how's the sleeping going?
You know what? It's going pretty good. He only wake up like once in
Wow.
the middle of the night. And he'll eat. So it's depending on what time he go to sleep, it's like between 12 and 3. He'll wake up, I'll feed him, go back to sleep, and then that's about it. He wake up at 5 or 6 when it's time for me to get up and get ready to go to work.
Oh, you good.
Now, did you have that luck?
Hell nah, man. The youngest one was good, man. She regular schedule, but my middle son, Nick, man, he I had to actually either put him in the car or actually walk him at night in the stroller like 11 o'clock, man. It's the only way he would go to sleep. So for a while, our neighbors was like, what is wrong with this guy? He walking his baby at 11 o'clock at night, but hey, I'm trying to put him to sleep, man. Trying to get him to sleep. That's the only way you go to sleep. In the stroller, in the car. I wasn't trying to waste that gas.
Oh, but that's what it was? Oh, back then, gas was like damn near $5, wasn't it?
Yeah. 2008, right after the recession, and right when the recession hit, man. So, yeah, I wasn't trying to waste that gas, man.
That's the only time I really feel old, because I remember 98-cent gas. I remember putting $7 in the old Civic we had. You good all week. Yep. Somebody give you $5 gas money, you like, come on.
Yeah. Right.
Now,
give you $5 now. I can take you to the stop.
Yeah, $5. Yeah. They ain't even gonna start the car.
That's 20. We need 20.
$5. You putting that for the lawnmower, man.
barely for the lawnmower.
Right. Just gonna do the front yard. Yeah.
Now, having a son, do you think having a child has slowed you down a little bit?
It has had to slow me down a little bit because I was very, very, very busy. So just some of the things that I used to do, I'm not able to do as freely as before. Like as of today, as of right now, I'm supposed to be somewhere singing, and I'm not.
Well, you can always sing here.
No, it's quite okay. I sing with a choir, a group of people.
Well, if you need assistance,
I'm good. I'm all right. I won't ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
I was gonna get my Varnell Hill on, you know.
Oh, no, it's quite okay. But yeah, it slowed me down a little bit, which is probably something that I needed anyway.
No doubt. Now tell us about Virtuous Threads.
So Virtuous Threads is starting off as a t-shirt clothing line, but I will be moving into providing clothes. Anybody that know me knows that I like to look nice, like to dress nice, and I just want other people to look nice and dress nice too. Virtuous Threads, I was trying to come up with a name, couldn't figure out what I wanted it to be. Virtuous dropped in me, dropped in my heart. But I was like, I don't want to spell it like the regular way that you spell virtuous, so I spell it the way that it's pronounced. Virtuous.
I like that.
Yeah. And I just put first I started off with catchy things that people say in church. Like I had a shirt that said, carry on for Jesus, because I heard this lady in church basically get somebody straight, and then she told him to carry on for Jesus and walk off. So I was like, oh.
So you like t-shirt?
That is a shirt.
Yeah.
So, and then the shirt has helped me not have to get people together, because I have to look down at my shirt and be like, okay, so are you going to let them have it on today with your Jesus shirt on, or are you going to let them have a pass? And I have given them many passes with my shirts on.
So it's her own what would Jesus do?
Right.
And I as I stated before, I got the Yes We Articulate shirt, and I would like a virtuous, just putting it out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can make that happen.
And from experience, he gonna keep asking. So you make sure you
very, very persistent.
This isn't the first ask right now. So let's let that be known.
Okay. But I will show it off. I will, with Tone's shirt, I was feeling myself. I'm sure once I get yours, I will become, you know what I mean? No doubt. So it's a mentor program. You're a mentor, right?
Right. So I was a part of this Christian women's group, and they had started a mentoring program, and we moved away from that group, but we still were mentoring girls from that group. Well, the girls that we were mentoring, they didn't want us to stop mentoring them. So us, the 3 ladies that were from this area that had the most mentees, we decided to keep the girls that we were mentoring and continue mentoring, and we're called FAD Girls. And it stands for Fran, Adrian, and Desiree girls. So I've been doing that for about 2 years now, and the girls range from ages 6, maybe up to 15.
So when you first started, was it any difficulty reaching to them, or?
I had the older girls, because I don't really do well with little kids. So I had kind of like the older girls, and they still, reach out to me. Some of them are no longer a part of the program, but they still reach out to me, and a lot of kids gravitate to me because of my hair, especially the older kids.
Mm-hmm.
So they like me and think that I'm fabulous because of my pink hair.
No doubt. You are.
I know. Thank you.
So with the B-Day month extravaganza, we're getting the pics on Facebook. We're getting, doing videos. What else are we looking forward to?
So if you've been following me for a couple of years, what this always leads up to is a birthday sale. So what'll end up happening is on my birthday, you will basically be able to buy my shirts at a discount. And this year, I'm deciding that since I'm turning 37, I'm going to give a 37% off discount to everybody that want to buy shirts on my birthday.
Yeah.
The day of my birthday. So because I've been under a rock since I found out I was pregnant, and I've had the baby, so I'm back now.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to drum up some more, looks or likes or follows or whatever. I have to get people to be looking at me because they haven't seen me in over 9 months. So, gotta start now.
So if someone's looking to get a Virtuous Thread shirt, where would they have to go to?
Right now, because, before we started the podcast, my web tech guy was texting me. Right now, you can just email me at Desiree@v-threads.com. You can follow me on Instagram at VThreads, and if you see any shirts that you like, just email me what you like or comment under the picture. And I'm on Facebook too as Virtuous Threads, which is VURCHOOUHS Threads.
DM's about to be jumping.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Hey boo, I'm sorry. let me apologize, for that straight up.
Well, no, I just need them to jump with money.
I know that's right.
Bring your coin when you come, as long as you have coin.
Coins.
Yeah.
Put the ass on it.
Coins. Bring your coins. We're not taking stepdaddy applications just yet.
Yo.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
c.Farris making her second appearance on Irrelevance in the Dungeon, and the voice behind the theme song.
Yeah, that was fun.
Are we doing a remix? I told I was gonna do a rap verse on there.
Uh-oh.
I'm waiting.
Huh?
You rap?
I can. I drink your wine.
Hey, man.
I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, I mean, you're not supposed to. It's gonna come at you like, yo.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Hey, just get in the booth. You never know what happens.
Hey,
You never know what happens.
Well,
I wanna hear
once
what
this
happens.
happen right here, once that hand get right there, ain't no telling.
Right.
Hit a 1-2, 1-2. It's on.
Yo, turn me up right here.
Yeah.
Turn me up.
And that's all you gonna say.
Huh?
Sound nice.
Right.
That's all they say now. They're like, yo.
And then mumble some shit. You'll be good.
Huh?
Mama,
That's all,
Good ad-libs, dog. That's all you need, man.
That's all we gonna do, man. And and then I have her in the background. We good. But once again, thank you for the theme song. I'm very appreciative. I don't want you to feel any kind of way,
Aww,
Where-
that's all love.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for the privilege.
Yeah.
Did you see the shadow of shade that just fell into this room?
What shade? Well, it is getting dark. It's getting dark out here. Yeah. I'm not.
Stay out.
I mean, I'm
Try to
not.
stay out of it.
Yeah, I'm not coming for c.Farris. Even though.
It's not recommended.
Yeah, it's not.
It
I
is.
can see this cloud.
Huh?
Shade is upon us.
c.Farris, she's a humbler. She humbled me one day. I will say that. But the thing about it is, you all know me. Sometimes I need to be humbled.
At all times. It ain't so.
See, here come the extras. The
Come on.
B-Day month in the building.
We humbling you now.
Yeah.
Snuff.
That's why you're here. I said episode 20, I need to get humbled. Desiree, come on. That's what it was.
Yeah.
But Make It Stack, new single.
Yeah.
When did you release it?
When I started working on your project. That came out like a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
A month and a half ago. Same guy that did your track did that one.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I love that song.
So how's your feedback been so far?
I'm gonna be honest with you, it's been terrible. Because I actually haven't promoted this song, so I dropped the song and then I left to go to Detroit. I love Detroit though. Big shout out to Detroit 313. I had the privilege to go out to Detroit and meet some amazing people and actually give back, feed some kids, make sure they're eating this summer. Because a lot of kids, when they leave school, They don't eat right. Let's just call a spade a spade. Everybody's home life ain't like what we were privileged to
Right.
have. And so going to Detroit not only opened my eyes to a lot of plights that are in this world, period, but it opened my eyes to some hustle. I really like the hustle out there in Detroit. Good energy, really nice set of people. Build Detroit back up. I love Detroit.
So how's the city? Because, after, with the auto industry, they made it seem like it was pretty much going downhill. Is there nice spots there, or?
So what Detroit is going through at this current moment.
It's Relevance in the Dungeon, dog. That's how we do.
About to be real irrelevant. They're going through regentrification. It's obvious. And do they need it? Yeah, because they don't have the automobile industry to really depend on like they had before. It came back a little bit. It's still a few factories there. It's really weird to see the city though, because it's so full of like all these buildings, and you would think like the streets would be so busy, and it's not. So just imagine Richmond with like half the population there.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like y'all should be popping, but nobody's really there. There's people there. There's jobs there. It's just I don't know. I'm in my mind, if y'all are paying attention to what I'm about to say, go get your money. They just legalized recreational weed, so they already legalized marijuana on a medicinal level. So with that recreational, I'm hoping what happened with California, with people flooding that state and being able to get revenue going there, and Colorado, I hope that happens for them. I hope that happens to them because it's a beautiful city.
Is it just for the city, or is the state of Michigan
The state of Michigan did it.
Now,
Yeah,
when they
have
say that,
dispensaries.
how
Big shout out to all
much
the
can you
dispensaries that
have?
Let me come in there and not say no names because I got no business in there at all.
How much can you have at one time?
I believe it's like 2.5 ounces, 2 ounces. But I mean, like, I was out there, like, literally walking through the city talking to people. So, I mean, they're smoking, like, cigarettes. Cops don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Or should they?
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful place.
I was in Vegas, and I walked out the hotel like, y'all. I mean, it was like.
Yeah, I have a bakery in Vegas. I love Vegas.
Oh yeah, it was like that. I was like, guy said he just came back from the dispensary or whatever.
I mean, that's the future, man. Like, I mean,
Virginia's on its way.
it's coming, man. It's coming. It's gonna be nationally.
I feel like it should.
Yeah,
Like,
it should have been. Yeah, but
yeah.
it's. I mean, nationally, it's gonna happen in the next 5 to 10 years. I think in every state, it's gonna be legal.
It's baby steps.
I just wish that they would put the caveat in, like, in every state that if you have any marijuana charges, just drop that shit.
Yeah, that's
no
the
doubt.
part that they keep missing. Yeah,
I want to say Illinois.
Because it's
Illinois did that.
Yeah,
Illinois
I'm proud
did.
of them. I was very happy about that whole situation. I was looking at property while I was up there in Detroit and Illinois.
I think that now with like I said, with Virginia, with the Commonwealth, they drag their feet with everything. They see Maryland making all that casino money. Now they finally want to get the casinos here.
Yeah.
But now it's like the off-brand slots, you know what I mean?
Weird shit, yeah. Like, who gambles like that? Now let me ask y'all a question that everybody asks me. What's a Commonwealth? Every time I be like, Virginia, blah, 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 I'm like, oh yeah, Virginia's a Commonwealth. What does that mean? I'm like, hell if I know it's a Commonwealth.
all I know is it creates some differences, particularly when it comes to like city and county interaction. Like in other states, you'll have where the cities and the counties actually share schools. In Virginia, it's
each county for themselves.
Yeah, and that's part of the problem why Richmond is like it is, because, well, I say the whole region, because the counties don't always want to play ball with the city. So once it crossed that county line, it's like, all right, this is our stuff, this is your stuff. Ain't no intermingling between the two. We don't really want to share money with you. You see some of the some of the counties changing addresses from Richmond to North Chesterfield.
Yeah, my address used to be Richmond.
Yeah,
it's
so
North Chesterfield
because
now.
we want to make sure we get our tax money.
We had
with Prince George too.
I had a Petersburg address growing up. Now it's South Prince George. I know Virginia's not the only Commonwealth. I want to say Kentucky's one as well.
I want to say Massachusetts is a Commonwealth, man.
And it's really, the Commonwealth is something basically in a way that their laws.
Their laws are different. A lot of people actually say that they actually like some of Virginia laws better because, say they come from like inner cities where there's like liquor stores on every corner and stuff like that. When you come to Virginia, it's like, how it's spread out or whatnot. So
that's weird to me. Like, not being, y'all know I ain't originally from here, but like traveling a lot. it's very few states that the government runs the liquor situation. I'm used
Yeah.
to like liquor stores. Like in Detroit, you go in Walmart, they sell liquor on the Walmart. I'm like, oh, look at this.
I went to
Detroit's like the Wild Wild West.
outside of Memphis some years ago. It was like Arkansas or whatever, and it was like you said, it was like a Walgreens, but half of it was a liquor store, and I was just amazed. You know what I mean? So even Maryland,
Walmart has a whole liquor section. Like it's its own little store. You got to go through the double doors.
I want to say it's North Carolina. Do they regulate their ABC
Yeah,
as well?
ABC.
Yeah. I don't know if they're a Commonwealth or not.
They not.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
So is there? Do you feel as if there's more creative freedom now in the music industry?
Yes, I'm happy about the time that we live in right now because I've been doing music for a little minute. I went dark for a little minute just to. Anytime you don't see me on social media, it's just because I'm working. Like I'm a very private person, and like being on social media is just not really my thing. But I feel like social media is a beautiful tool. Like I don't need a label. I am my own label. Like I have a label, c.Farris Music Group. Shout out to all y'all. I signed my damn self. Like I am my own boss. Nobody. If you want to work with me, you gotta ask me, not nobody else. Ain't no middleman. I run this.
Oh, I know you run it. Yeah.
So I love that about today's day and age. You got social media. If you're a model, you're a model. If you say you're a singer, you're a fucking singer. Put some songs out. If you're you are whatever you say you are in this day and age. So be it. You have no reason why you can't be whatever it is that you want to be in this world now.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Or literally, like if you take a picture and post it, you're officially a photographer. I don't care what you took it.
Yeah.
Right?
That's why the rap verse is coming. You know.
I'm come with it. I mean,
you know.
I'll write for you. I just won't tell nobody.
Yeah.
If you really need to know.
How them young boys say fire.
Ghostwriter.
For real, you just gonna put it out there? You know, if you wanted to ghostwrite, you ghostwrite. You don't just get on here and say that I'll ghostwrite for you. You just be like, yo, you need a couple bars.
So we know if your bars are not that well, or if they're good, we know that they didn't come for you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Just what I said.
Oh, okay. We'll see.
I got faith in
We'll
you,
see.
man. You dropped
Exactly.
Actually,
16,
I'm gonna
man.
make you write your own stuff. It's your stuff.
Exactly. You know,
You're gonna write your own
she's
stuff. I'm just playing with you.
she's you know the background. I'm dropping heat. You know.
Come with it. Yeah, own your shit. Yeah.
In the kitchen, whipping, cooking like a stir fry.
Hey.
First of all, no, I'm not no.
Come on,
We're not talking
Come on,
Migos.
Migos.
He ain't doing it for the clout.
Nah, man. Even though I will admit, I know y'all gonna feel a certain way about this, but I listen to Migos, man. They funny. They funny to me.
I listen to them too.
That stir fry song was my shit.
I'm a ratchet
I was
Christian.
like, oh.
I said that last night. It's like, yo, in the morning, I listen to the baby because sometimes I can do the Kurt Frank, I can do the gospel, but I got to go to the trap sometimes in the morning.
You know, I can't do the 104.7 in the morning. I love Erica Campbell as a singer, but I hate her on the radio. I don't hate her on the radio. I just don't like her comedian dude that's on there. He's not that funny to me. So I'm trapping all the way to work.
Who we bumping now? Who we listening to?
Well, I like the baby. I like Cardi. You gotta twerk a little bit on your way to work too. Us females, you gotta
Clean that shit.
You gotta twerk some. You gotta twerk some.
To each his own.
And first of all, it's 20. Oh, look.
I don't twerk, but yeah,
I don't
if
twerk
you want to
either.
do that, do
Yeah,
you.
it's not- I'm
I don't
my
need
body
my
is built
knees
for that.
can't take it.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, Tone. I was gonna do the disclaimer, but I was like, no.
Clean it up for you a little bit, there's some out
The
there
views
that
of
twerk.
Desiree do not represent Snuff Magee and Friends. If you want to
Megan
twerk,
Thee Stallion,
Yeah.
you gotta all that.
Martinelli's.
oh yeah,
you go.
you know, another unofficial commercial. If y'all want to, go ahead and pop the top. You know,
Oh,
give it a
try
try.
this.
It's
wonderful.
I had to text you and ask you, did you still drink? I was scanning
Hold
through
on.
and all I saw was apple juice and water on the
Yeah,
table.
but
I was
that
like, what happened?
it's like that. It's like that.
Quality apple juice.
What they take this apple from heaven?
Y'all.
Quality, AJ.
Come on,
ah.
apple. I can't finish this right here. This is gonna take my sugar up.
You see, Martin, we doing an unofficial, man. Anytime you want, hey, look, Irrelevance in the Dungeon, man. Yeah,
Martinelli's.
Once you pop, you don't stop.
I don't know if that'll fly with y'all,
It's not.
but you know what?
Sorry.
Pringles, they gonna be back like
Right.
So, upcoming events, you got anything coming up?
Yes. So I will be on Street Smart Radio on the 23rd, shooting
birthday.
a video tonight, got a photo shoot tonight too. So my next single is Light It Up. Stay tuned for that. I'll be shooting a video for that tonight actually.
Yo.
Big shout out to Pure Confidence Boutique. And I'll be walking in that fashion show. They have a fashion show. It's their second anniversary. Pure Confidence Boutique. Look her up.
That's October, yeah.
October 11th. I just looked at it today.
Hey, here's a spoiler. She's coming.
I was wondering if she was coming. Dolores.
She's coming.
Oh man, class 2000 shot out.
Yeah, she's coming to the dungeon.
Like, I
yeah.
I thought she was 2001.
Nah, she's coming. She's coming to the dungeon.
I wanted to say I am proud of y'all.
Yeah.
Like, I'm super proud of all y'all. Everybody.
You know, we trying
and getting it, hustling and grinding.
Shoot, I used to be in the back of the choir with Dolores in church, man.
Come on here.
Yeah.
What church was that?
Come on, man. Mount Hope Baptist.
Come on.
You know my grandma, bro. You got to do something. You can be usher. You can be in the choir.
One or the other.
See, I told you. You got your choir here. If you wanted to sing, you got your choir.
I was in the back lip syncing, like.
You know, every once in a while you got into it. The voice raised up a little bit.
When that song hit you real good.
Huh?
You know those.
He lying.
When Kurt and the family was out.
Oh, the rain down on me, just rain.
You try to sing all the harmonies.
All the parts.
He in the back talking about melody. Yeah, I got you.
Oh man, it was a small church. You know, when you had probably about 6-7 people in the choir, so
y'all sung him.
You mess around, sung too loud, people.
We talking about
it was you.
We talked about this last night, man. Did y'all see Kirk doing the Millie Rock?
Yeah, man. I've seen Kirk doing a lot of stuff, man.
He trying. He's trying to be relevant.
But nah, he you know.
Was he trying? What did it look like?
I mean, he was with it, but when he came down like that, it was kind of like he was, you know,
he lost it.
Like motioning that
slapping that ass. Let's call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
Kirk don't get a free pass.
Well, we know Kirk, had his demons.
Yeah.
He had a lot of demons.
Kirk in his day.
Kurt had a facelift or something, man.
Yeah, he had something done to that face.
Because they don't look the same, man.
He doesn't.
Well, Kirk was on that Pornhub. Well, I don't know. This was before.
That's what I'm talking
about. This was before Pornhub.
I'm talking about.
This back when he had the tapes and DVDs.
Is he still for Jesus?
He's still for Jesus.
I mean, I'm confused. I know he denounced Jesus one day, and then he was like,
"Oh, he did?
Yeah, like, never mind. Sorry."
He might have watched.
I don't know nothing about that.
He might have been scrolling too many Pornhubs and couldn't find his straight video, and was like, you know what?
He said he don't come.
I ain't coming for Kirk. Do you? Boo?
I'm not coming for Kirk. I mean, he watched porn like 90% of other men. I mean, it won't no need for him to come forward about that. Unless he was in the house all day.
That's
they do it just
topic.
for the
They
clout.
feel like no, I ain't gonna say he did it for clout, but it's just that when you're in that type of position and in leadership, not even as big as Kurt, when you in those type of roles, people look at you a certain type of way as if you're not human.
Well, don't do it in church. I mean, but if you at home, yeah.
I never understand why people do that. It's just like
it's an unforced error.
Just because you're a celebrity,
because I mean, it's like with preachers, with singers, with anybody. It's just that they put you on this pedestal because you say that you love God and you serve God and you what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Your job is basically for God.
Yeah.
They think that you're not a human being, like that for some reason that you're exempt from everything else.
Well, I guess
like
they just expect you to be held to a higher standard. If that's what you choose. Like, because it's a choice, though. If that's the choice you make.
Watching porn is not that's like the worst thing ever?
It's not. But the thing is that you as a person don't judge Kirk because of that, and you don't feel no kind of way towards Kirk because of that.
I do. No, I feel a type of way. I feel as if that he shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, me too.
But, as the church...
Well, that's the problem.
The church makes you feel that's kind of like one of the reasons why I didn't say anything about me being pregnant. Like people really found out. Most of the people that were not close to me did not find out that I was pregnant until they got an invitation to the baby shower.
Which I didn't get. I will say that.
Man.
It ain't too late.
Huh?
To give gifts, the baby's still here.
Oh no, we don't do that postpartum. We don't.
But seriously though, like when it comes to the church, man, when we hold these preachers and pastors and so forth to high standard, they human, and we shouldn't worship them. You should worship God.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
That's how I feel about it.
No doubt. I mean, with the church, I feel as if this is just me talking. This is Snuff Magee talking. I feel as if people play that role like they so perfect, but they be the ones with the most shit behind them. And with the pedestal stuff, we all human.
Right.
We all gonna sin. We all gonna have our mistakes.
I don't have an opinion on the church because I don't go.
I mean, you know,
That's my disclaimer.
I don't go.
So I don't speak on what I don't.
But I have an
participate in, 'cause
opinion.
I don't believe. I don't believe in that institution. So it's like I can't have an opinion on it. It's not for me. And
I believe in God. I don't believe in a lot of the stuff that goes on in the church.
Is another entity.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel that's separate from the whole God situation,
Right.
and I feel like sometimes churches have the ability to destroy people because they're offering one thing and they're delivering another, and I feel like that's why people put people who run churches on a higher pedestal.
I think church now is like a clout thing.
Yeah.
It's a lot
And
about
it's a
clout,
business.
especially with the mega churches.
It's a business.
You know, people want to brag about what church they go to or what they're a member of. And I remember one time somebody said it was a church where you had to do like a application to go to that bitch
And
or
I know
whatever.
some churches you
That's
gotta pay
just
for
too much.
parking. I know churches with ATMs right outside the door.
Now, I'm going to be honest. I don't have no problem with a church with an ATM because of the fact that I don't never have cash.
Right.
I never carry cash.
I don't-
So if you don't have the ability
Swipe
for me,
for the Lord.
for me to give you my debit card, then at least give me the option to be able to go out here to this
As
ATM
long as
machine
the
and get some
ushers
cash.
don't
I
start
don't.
walking down the aisle with
Oh, it's coming.
I think all barbers.
They do.
We'll put Cash App.
Yeah,
right here.
I think all barbers should have Cash App.
I've
You said
been.
all barbers?
Yeah, everybody should have Cash App
Yeah,
now.
but
No, your
you feel
barber,
like the-
man.
the-
My barber is like my barber now is I set the appointment. I ain't gotta go in there and wait. And I pay with my card, man. He got the I set the appointment on the app. I can pay through the app if I want to, and if I
Yeah.
don't,
What is it called?
he got style seat.
No, style seat.
And
Okay.
yeah.
That's what a lot of the beauticians using now too.
I'm off of
Like you
Cash
gotta pay a deposit to make the appointment, and if you cancel, that's fine. But I still got your deposit.
I had
Yeah.
one barber, man. He went up from like 25 to like it was $40 for a cut, and you get the towel. I was like, I don't need all that. Be honest with you,
I don't
man.
need the cowboy
My head
shit,
ain't worth
man.
$40, man. I'm be honest with you, man. So
Well, this is the last ride, Tone. They be like, why you grow your hair? I said, this is the last ride. It's before it go. We gonna see how far we go with it or whatever.
me too. Keep on.
But the barber come, he come to the house now, you know. But I asked him about Cash App. You know, he ain't with it now, but I can't be but so much because he comes to the crib or whatever.
How old is he? How old is he?
He's older than me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah, I went through a change, man. I went to the same barber for about 15 years, man. The old school barbershop, you get in there, you knew that you get there on a Saturday, you gotta get there early, or you gonna just wait, you know. And I got 2 boys with me, man. So I was like, I gotta find something better, man. So went to a younger barbershop, man, and don't catch this with it, man. Set your appointment, get in there, get in and out, man. Pay with your card. You can't beat it, man. So the older barbers, they gotta get with the program, man.
Shout out
I used to go to the barbershop, have a little side shave.
y'all.
That weight was real. I was like, oh, hell
Man,
no.
I used to have, when I had
Everybody got
last
time
time
for
I
that
cut
grow
my
the
hair
shit
for the
back.
second time, I had to actually call the barber the day before and say, put me on the list for tomorrow. And depending on what time of day I called him that day, I would either be the first one or like the 5th one. By the time I would get on the list.
People don't know how good
me
you
on
got
the
it
list.
now. Like you said, back in our
Put
day,
me on the list.
we had to be like, you know, we either show up. You know, this is before cell phone.
Yeah.
you had to get there early in the morning. Nowadays, I call, you know, when he was at the shop, like, how many you got? He like, I got 3. All right, put me behind them. You know, so that you knew you had at least an hour before you had to show up at the shop or whatever. But shout out to Laquan. Y'all remember this dude when, you know, he was in Pampers, man. He's cutting hair now. He cut me a couple times, and he's got Cash App. You know, the younger generation.
Yeah,
they're doing all that stuff.
with it.
For everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got to get with it, man. I think, like you said, with the older generation, you know, old dog, new tricks. That's all it is. Some
And they
people,
be suspicious of technology.
Where my money going?
everybody think they gonna get hacked. That's what it
If they
is.
gonna hack you, they gonna hack you.
They already got your information.
Right.
FDIC insured.
Right. The bank got me. I ain't worried about it.
We talked about it last night. They're saying that the feds are trying to monitor Facebook and IG in real time. Like soon as you post something.
Man, some of these kids need to be monitored in real time out here with these guns and
No. You saying kids? No, adults. Some of these adults
and
need
adults,
to be.
y'all need to be monitored.
counseling.
Man, I'm trying. Who's selling their food stamp cards?
Yeah.
What? Like, are you kidding me?
I mean,
Federal offense.
it be in Virginia talking about roll up. I'm like, hold on.
Roll up what? roll up to the stop sign.
I didn't even go to Detroit and get live. I was like, nope, I'm good.
They crazy. Like, they just,
Yeah.
And I find myself,
And then wonder why people ain't. Who ratted on me? You ratted on you got
You're living in the year of self-snitching.
I hate to say it.
Snitching is
I'm like
crazy.
I'm an undercover fan, man. Because sometimes the stuff be so ignorant. It's like you just be looking forward to it.
Don't get me wrong. I read the comments. I will go through. I will go down the comments.
All of it on there.
Yes, sir.
All of it.
I tell you, man, if Facebook ever go to like LinkedIn is, because like LinkedIn, when somebody look at your profile, you see it. Like this person viewed your profile. If they ever did that on Facebook, dog, you be exposed.
Man.
You be exposed, man.
I hate when you think the battle's about to start. When that it's like they name dropping, but they not. And somebody be like, "Yo, girl," we like, "What's up?" And he be like, "Inbox me." Like, oh god, damn.
You done told all that stuff. But you know what really makes me mad is when you see somebody meet like their significant other for the first time and they go on their first date and they so in love, like you watching the whole relationship progress, and then they break up and you're like, what happened?
Relationship status change single.
What happened to be? Like you told us everything. You gotta tell us about the breakup now.
I feel as if on social media, when the people act like they're in love the most, I expect it not to last.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's just me.
I don't put my significant others on social media. Fuck that. First of all, I don't got time for y'all embarrassing.
I caught that shit like a
Others.
2019, I ain't mad at that.
It wasn't a curveball. It was straight down the middle.
It seems like you go with like my wife. She don't like that stuff either, man. Like she ain't gonna go in there and put no like long post on like my husband on his birthday, our anniversary. Nope, she can be like, shout out to my husband on our anniversary.
What I got?
That's it.
You got into these bitches for?
It would be no love you. Be like he a good man.
Yeah, but
that's the end.
It just be basic shit dudes be doing, and they be like so proud of it. Like
Thank you for being basic.
I was tired today, and Bae decided to cook. I'm like,
what does she do every other day?
It's not her thing. Like she don't really cook.
Yeah, I mean, it's a thin line, man. Because like you said, a lot of times, it ain't even got to be about the dad. It be like you doing parental stuff yourself. Like the single moms be putting themselves out there, like I'm doing this, that, and the other, and I'm like, that's great.
Congratulations, you're supposed to raise a child, right? I'm a single mom, and
you're supposed to provide.
I really feel like that'd be their way of like really like throwing shade a little bit.
Yeah.
And the baby daddy like they be
but they should throw shade at themselves.
But this is that's my thing. Like at the end of the day, you know the choice that you've made,
right?
And now sometimes these dudes be wolves in sheep clothing, and they come out and be something else. But at the end of the day, you have to kind of like accept it. Like at some point. He showed you him. Mm-hmm. At some point, he showed you who he was.
But they ignored it.
But can we call a spade though?
Can you stop? Look, that's married, that's a third
you
spade.
Don't have no guarantees though.
Yeah.
Like, I love spades.
Yeah.
I'm about to bring some cards down this bitch in a minute. And you bet not renege.
And it ain't like the fifth time you put it up there, you can be like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and pay child support. I'm gonna do it.
It's not.
The fourth one didn't make me feel good, but that fifth one hit me right in the heart. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Nah, he a dog. He gonna stay a dog.
Some people just don't have the self-esteem, and it's very unfortunate.
But I mean, like Desiree said, they showed their colors in the beginning, but you chose to ignore it.
And at the end of the day, you just kind of gotta accept what it is. You know, like whatever the situation may be. That's just what you gotta accept it.
Like the
live that life.
nigga wasn't working.
What made you think he was gonna work?
He was in the streets.
He was dropping you off at work, taking a car, that type of stuff.
He was Jody though.
Telling you, man. Hey, man. It's all too often, man. All too often. The interesting thing though is because we live in the age of social media. Like we actually get to see the evolution of So we see her when she first met him, and then y'all was you love being in the trap with him, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Then y'all had the baby. And he tried to start to see the true colors, and now you in transition. I'm a single mom. I do it by myself. Don't need nobody. And then when he come back around and he start to,
I love my man.
Yeah, he bringing it together now. He getting himself together.
You get to see it all.
You get to see it all.
But we glorifies that shit though.
I feel like shit because sometimes I'd be like, I knew it. Like you didn't see it coming or whatever. You be like, yeah, it was just a matter of time.
I used to think Jerry Springer was fake until social media.
It's true. It is true.
Until social media, I was like, oh, Jerry Springer ain't fake. He just knew.
Yeah, them meth heads are out there for real. It's strong.
Oh, yeah, do go to Walmart.
All you have to do is go to JD and Willis Road.
Yeah.
Right there.
The 7-Eleven.
I used to work at that jet part-time.
Right there across from the
From the
flea market.
flea market.
From the
I
flea
used to
market.
work at that 7-Eleven
Hey, shout out the flea market. I used to check that.
Hey
joint
man,
out, man.
I got me a couple weed eaters. Yeah, man.
That still jump.
Yeah.
Especially on Sunday.
You catch me out that bitch getting some shrimp or some produce out that bitch. Shit.
Yeah, man.
They got the shrimp with the head on it, man. That's official.
Hey.
Official out there.
Hey, what about like $2 getting that joint, man?
Yeah.
It's like $2 or $3.
$2.
Yeah, I ain't been there. Tell you, got my weed eater from there, man.
You see a couple people in there, got the little spot set up or whatnot.
I went out there one time
Hey.
when I was getting rid of my plus size boutique. I was trying to get rid of all of the clothes. I was like, let me go on out here and see these people talking about.
Did you sell?
No, because they wanted flea market prices. No, this dress is not $1. I paid $30 for this dress. No, it's not $1. You can get it for $10, but not $1.
No matter where Desiree is.
Like, I'm not the thrift store.
Extra. You at the flea market? Come on now.
I'm not about to sell you nothing for no dollar.
You not gonna have the Latinos come up there trying to. I'm sorry, my bad. The views of Snuff Magee do not represent Irrelevance in the Dungeon. But we know there's a lot of Latinos out there.
Yeah,
let's not lie.
That little Mexico. Soon as you cross over Willis Road, you in Little Mexico.
Them tacos go hard out there, though.
They do.
Big shout out
But
to
it's so
tacos.
true. I was riding down JD the other day, and I was like, yo, I didn't even know they had a Latino market out this
I
shit.
tell you what, though.
They strong. They
Hey,
strong.
man, them the best. Hey, good people, man.
They are.
I very rarely have I met one that I didn't like, man.
I have at Bellwood. The motherfucker took my parking spot. Look, yeah, when you mad, that's when they don't speak English when they mad. I got my turn signal on. I'm about to pull in. He come out of nowhere to take my spot. I'm like, yo, amigo. And that's the fucked up part of me. That's the fucked up part of me. I always assume. And I told you before, I would look like an ass one time. The dude, they was working on the roof one day, and I worked on overnight shift. So the next day, I come home that morning, and they out there, playing soccer in the grass or whatever, talking it up. And I was like, amigo, no mas. They don't work no more. And the guy was like, nah, dog, we finished that yesterday. And I just felt like a total
You
dick.
want to
Yeah.
speak English to
I was
the
like,
people.
oh, yeah. I had my Trump moment.
But at least you knew how to speak their language.
Yeah,
I know 5 words.
speak.
Yeah.
Right.
All these years, I still not speak Spanish.
I made it to Spanish 3 and don't.
I took French.
You know the bad words, though, don't you?
No, I don't.
What?
The only way I know them is if Cardi said them. I don't know.
All right. That's a trap. That early morning trap, huh? Now, how does it feel now? How we have kids, and now it's like we gotta filter our music.
I don't.
Now, see, you're not there yet because he can't decipher, but it's coming.
I'll be honest with you, I don't.
I don't.
know.
I'm a musician. I'm an artist. I'm a performer, and my daughter is going to take over all the businesses. I'm building an empire. I have a cannabis business. I sing about weed.
What kind of cannabis business?
Edibles, bakery. I have all of that shit.
You have some?
You gonna plug that up? You gonna?
You have some?
Coastal Confections. Big shout out. I only sell in legal weed states.
Gosh, she cleaned that shit up quick.
What's up?
But yeah, I have
You don't
bakery
have
in
to sell it.
Vegas,
Just give it to me.
Detroit, all of that stuff. But and I don't want to be that parent that shelters my kids so that when they become grown, they're like, oh my God, this is the real world, and then they go crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't say shelter, but sometimes you listen to that shit and you get into it.
I don't think that I
Now
would.
she ain't listening to Too Short.
What?
I don't think that I would shelter.
What's my
kids
favorite
from-
word?
I think that
My daughter, I looked in the, we been riding it, and the song came on, and me and my wife in the front seat and looked in the back, and my daughter just
know
all the words going in. I'm like, shit, I don't even know, but she just but that's how I grew up, man. Like my parents ain't sheltered me when it came to that stuff. Kind of just exposed you to it, and you just know right from wrong, know what you're supposed to do.
If you raise them right, they'll be fine.
My mother is Jesus' girlfriend. So she won't listen to none of that stuff in her car or whatever. But I'm gonna probably do the same thing I do now. Give him a mix of both. He gonna be the one to be like, yo, my mama love the Lord, but she will cuss your ass out in a heartbeat, and that's the mama that I am.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna pray for you after I do, and myself. God forgive me, but his ass needed it.
Now my son is 8, and I was down here when they edited, and I could hear him upstairs in the den watching cartoons. But he did the Old Town Road, but he did like the whole song.
Yeah.
And I was impressed. I ain't even gonna lie. I was like, when I was that age, I wasn't memorizing joints like that.
My daughter know the Cardi B songs, like she know them word for word, and I'm like, you don't even know what you're saying. At least I hope you don't know what you're saying. But
No, we don't know, because like I'm grown now, and then I be listening to some of our old school music, and I was like, oh, that was ratchet as fuck. You don't you woo 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 what?
Right.
Yeah, some of these old school, I was like, oh yeah, they don't know. They get older and they be like,
you can't stop me because they just have access to the stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like,
even when you're not there with them.
Because even when we was growing up, they played our music on the radio, but it was kind of more filtered than it is now.
But these kids have everything at their fingertips.
Right.
When we had to do book reports, we was pulling out Encyclopedia Britannica.
Going to the library.
We was going to the libraries and all of this stuff.
I was
Now
cheating.
it's like
These,
Siri.
but
what
these
is
kids,
it?
they are Googling or Siri.
Cliff Notes.
Yeah, they just.
We thought we was doing it with Cliff Notes, right? Cliff Notes
type
was
it
the
in the
Google
search
of our
engine.
time.
I was cheating. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't doing a lot of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like studying. That wasn't
honestly, man, like when people say study, I'm like, what is that? Because when it came to high school and stuff, I ain't never studied.
I didn't study.
I tried to do it in college.
I was winging it, man.
I tried to do it in college.
I've never studied.
Yeah, me either, man.
Never.
What do I take the notes I took and just keep looking at it over and over like that?
Either I know it, I know it, or I don't.
Mm-hmm.
You got to give it to me in class, and that's it.
I gotta hear it.
Yeah, I remember in college, man. I had one class, man, and it's one of them 7 o'clock classes. You know, when you left campus, you probably won't coming back, man. So I showed up for the midterm, man, and like it was one of them. He's like, you gotta show your work, and I was like, I'll get you the answer. So that's the only test I turned in when I turned it into the professor, and I was like, I couldn't answer it, man, because I couldn't show the work. And he was like, I went to talk to him after class, and he was like, you know what? I would give you the benefit of the doubt, man. Let you take it again. But I went back and looked at the class roll. You haven't been to class in 2 weeks. I said, you know what? You about right, man. I'm going to withdraw from this.
I'll never forget walking into econ one morning, and they was like, everybody was getting ready for a test, and I had I was like, we having a test today? I was too done. I was econ, statistics, accounting. Like, you could count me out for all of them. Don't.
Too many numbers.
I'm back in school now, and I can't do it. Either I know it or I don't know it.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is now it's like I'm actually applying myself, but I only apply myself in class. Now after class is over, it's like, hey, fuck that shit. But
for me, I hated every minute of college. I went to college to learn how to hustle, make money.
But to me, it's easier now.
Oh hell yeah!
These teachers
at home now.
These teachers do not give
my
fuck.
kids come to me. I can't do this, man. Google, man.
Yeah.
Why do you not Google stuff, man?
Teach you how to build a rocket.
MathNet, SciMath is apps. The apps out there.
And big shout out to like people that don't go to college. I feel like college is such a
You know what? I think that now
you need to go if you like need to be a doctor or a nurse,
right?
But if you know what you want to do, go do that. I am a truck driver by trade, retired, and I wish I would have just hopped my ass in the truck. I got out of school. I love driving trucks. I recommend anybody that can drive and has common sense, go drive a truck, see the country, enjoy that shit.
Yeah, I will say have a plan if you're going to go to college. That's my thing. Like, it's nothing. College is great.
Right.
I enjoyed my experience. But have a plan when you're about to go. Like, the people that you can't go now and say I'm gonna go undeclared. No. You gonna know what your major is going in because it's too expensive. And I think people overlook developing a trade. Like, you be an electrician, mechanic, things like that, man, make a lot of money.
Because people always going to need their cars fixed.
Yeah.
When the recession hit, I didn't feel that shit. Like, at all. I was making bank when the recession hit. That's what people always do. They
don't understand these blue-collar jobs. You could be a 6-figure nigga doing it. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand. It's like with the electricians.
Right. Yeah. I have a consultation firm now because of truck driving. So
I tell people now, a lot of people like, hey, I said, look, go in the military, man. Do a few years in that joint, then get out. They'll take care of you.
Yeah.
Right.
If you want-
All you need to do is get that experience, whatever the job is that you choose while you're in the military. Get that experience and go. All they see military. That's it. I have a job now that I sit amongst people that make the same amount of money as me, and not everybody got a college degree. So, and I have two. Salome, you can have them back. Navian, you can have them back. I owe you $120,000.
Did you catch that? You just threw the two out there, you know.
But I'm just saying.
I like that.
I have two.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like I sit and look back that I wish I would have made better choices in college. And what I tell my cousins and like people that I'm close to that I know, if you're going to college, know what you're going to do when you get there. Take advantage of everything. You need to do internships. You need to do all of that type of stuff because you don't want to get out of college with no job.
And it's about building relationships,
Right.
man. I've been in corporate America now for about 12 years now. And the roles that I've gotten has not been because of what I know. It's who I know.
Right.
And it sounds cliche, but that's the truth, man. It's you know, this person knows this person. They vouch for you, and that's how you get the next role, man. That's how it is. And you thinking just I got my degree, that's gonna get me in the door. It's not. It's
because
not.
I thought that, and then I get to the door. We need you to have an XYZ experience. I just graduated college. What experience do you think I'm supposed to have? Whatever the job is, you're gonna have to train me to do it anyway. So why do you think that I'm not trainable?
Right.
That's why even kids in college now telling your internship, that shit is so important.
Yes.
Do the internship.
If nothing
And if
else,
you're
it's
an
the
entrepreneur,
relationships.
go be an entrepreneur.
And you don't have to go to
I haven't
school
worked
to
for
do that.
anybody for 4 years. If I worked for you, it was you hired my business to do something for you. I don't work for anybody. I run my own show.
No doubt.
And people think that they have to go to college to run a business.
You don't.
It's enough people on
You
the
just spend
on the
money
internet
for
that
your
teach you how to run a
And
business.
that's why developing learning the trade, because you become your boss once you learn that trade. So you're an electrician, you can go to work for yourself. You know, you only and that's what it's all about. Is that's how you develop generational wealth, is through entrepreneurship.
And multiple
you're not
income
like
streams.
working in corporate America. Yes, you get a nice 401k, but at the end of the day, something happens. They'll get rid of you and bring somebody else
Social
in.
Security ain't going to be there for us.
That was a segue for
Social Security
Tone.
today pays
like-
for Social Security today. So my Social Security that's taken out of my check right now is paying the people that's on Social Security right now. It's
Random
not
side
for
note,
me.
Detroit takes out taxes out of people's checks. That was so crazy to me. So like say you
The
work
Social Security?
No, like so you know there's federal tax and then some states have state tax. Big shout out to Nevada, Florida, and Texas for not having state tax. Love y'all.
Tennessee, no, Kentucky, one of those. Because my sister don't have state taxes wherever she is. I think it's Tennessee.
I hope so. But yeah, I moved there too. But it's probably there too. But they take, so not only are you getting state tax, federal tax, Detroit take their own shit. So if you work in the city of Detroit,
tax?
they are taking a tax. I was like, what?
That's because they're so poor with the auto
And
industry.
they got the nerve to have raggedy
bankruptcy?
streets.
Didn't they file bankruptcy?
They need to.
The
They
city?
didn't. I think so, yeah.
But then you know the guy, what's his name?
Kwame Kilpatrick.
Yeah.
Oh, they love them some Kwame though. I've had great conversations with people out there about Kwame. They love Kwame.
How long
did
is
a
he
lot
gone
that
for?
city,
I
but
don't
he's-
know.
Until November. A lot of November's away from now.
Gone till November.
Wow.
Shout out to Wyclef.
I know, right?
Every
time I take.
video of the baby. Sorry, I had to watch it.
So, but yeah.
You know,
I highly
we have a
recommend
no
people starting
phone
their own
policy on
businesses.
Irrelevance in the Dungeon.
I have to have my phone. I have a going on 3-month-old.
Well, you know,
what's going on with them.
if it don't vibrate, you know.
It is. Did you hear it go off?
You see my foot?
No.
It's down. I'm just like,
Man.
Irrelevance in the Dungeon, man. Look, take a pause for El Paso and Dayton. You know the shootings that went down last weekend, and you know, my thing was I had put a post out. A lot of people will take that stuff and use it, to, you know, for their agenda or whatnot, and. You know, I mean, it has to be said that, you know, with this new administration, it has been a lot of hate going on, you know, since he's taken over.
Because he's made it okay.
Yeah. And we also can't ignore the fact that the media, these news outlets are making a lot of money off of Trump. We can go from D.L. Hewley to New York Times, Fox News, CNN. Everybody has a story every day.
Yep.
with all this stuff going on.
That's what he does, though. He used to do the whole.
He's when you
You're fired. What was that stupid show?
The Apprentice.
Yeah.
Like his reality
he's
show.
An entertainer.
Yeah,
He's not
I feel as
a
if
politician.
when he leaves the office, he's gonna say, look, I made everybody money just by bringing that hate on or whatnot." And I feel that I also feel mental illness they're using that agenda as well. I believe in mental illness and mental depression and all that stuff, but I think that sometimes that agenda is being pushed for the wrong reason.
It's only being pushed for them.
Yes. It's not talked about.
Why are we not mentally ill?
And
because we're black.
Hate because you hate somebody. That's not mental illness, man.
But I also feel as if even in the black community, we should promote it more.
Right.
You know, with slavery and us suppressing our emotions, that shit's been going on for years, and a lot of people don't want to say that somebody's depressed or somebody's got mental illness. I think that we need to talk about it more.
Yeah.
I'm tired of these, when you see black people in the cities going through, they have PTSD. They've seen a lot of shit growing up.
Right.
You got these kids being bullied and saying that, they have mental illness and this and that, when all the shit that we went through back in the day, you think, they didn't want to go shoot the school up?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
10 times worse now because they put it on social media and it replays. The whole world is seeing whatever it is that they've recorded or put out there about you.
Right.
Add to that, being in Detroit, when I say that place is the Wild Wild West, I love that place. The people there, they're fighting, they're doing their best to survive. But I had a situation that occurred where I had to call 911. Do you know, nobody answered the phone for a minute and a half to almost 2 minutes. I got hold music.
Yeah.
What is that?
For 911.
What is that?
I mean, you
For
bring
the
up
whole city.
you bring up a great
That's very
point though,
sad.
man. There's a lot of black and brown people locked up. That if we had the defense of mental illness, they wouldn't be locked up as long as they have. I mean, that your environment definitely contributes to how you see the world, your perspective, and so forth. So if every interaction you've had with a policeman has been negative and so forth, when you do have that interaction with the police, you might go off the deep end because you saw that cop come into your neighborhood and do some shady shit. And now you locked up for that, and that's just one example. But our experience is never taken into account when we're locked up, when we do something wrong. But it seems like when it's, a white person, when they do something crazy, that's the first place they go. It's mental illness. It's mental illness.
There's a big narrative there that exists, and I want to start out by saying that the views of c.Farris are not views of Snuff Magee and friends.
Talk that shit, girl.
Dungeon. But I will say this: us as a people, we need to realize first and foremost, we are not like them. Period. We are two different entities. Our DNA is not the same, and we have to carry ourselves differently. We live in their world. We were brought here. We got to realize that and stop playing like everything is free because we're not free. First and foremost. Also, we cannot live like them. We can't eat like them. We just can't live like them and keep thinking that we can. I don't believe in segregation, but I do believe in separate but equal because people come from different countries. Different countries have different landscapes, geography, and different foods, different things that are provided for you. We can't get half of that here that we need for our DNA. And it goes along with all the way down to the medicine and the science of us is not the same as them, and we're living in their world. It's not equal. It's not equal. And then when you're looking at the ally, the police, when they will take him and not shoot him, he has a whole gun, but we're unarmed. That's the ally right there. I'm sorry. Because I will never shoot my ally.
My thing was, with that dude in El Paso, hey, fuck him up. You think the media's gonna be like, oh my God, they beat him up. No, fuck him. You gonna take him.
If he were black.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have made it out.
No, they'd have shot him. He said, I'm the shooter. Man, if I was black and I'm the shooter, bow. That'd have been it.
People that are heroes that are saving the scenes getting shot.
Exactly.
Because they black.
Exactly.
You just the wrong color.
And my thing is, I say this time and time again. I have white friends. I have Hispanic friends. I have friends of all races. But I also have friends that only comment on my status when I make comment on race relations. And then I have somebody who say, like I made a thing the other day saying, shout out my white friends who don't get offended when I talk about white races.
Right.
And then I had to do the IG talking about that long as my black friends recognize that they're black racists. I said, do you know the definition of racism? How can a black man hold anybody down? It's like, I get tired. Like, I never hear from you. I post a lot of pictures. I promote the brand that I'm trying to build. I don't get no support for that.
Right.
But as soon as I want to talk about my people, you want to pop up.
Yeah. And then they hit you with the, I don't see color. And,
My friend is black.
and
You
when
have to see color.
Yeah, and when I hate that because it's not because I see what you're trying to say, but I want you to see that I'm black. My experience is important to me. That's why I am who I am. So for you to say you don't see color, it's like you're not seeing part of me.
Yeah.
The most important part of me. So like that's when you say that, don't feel like you making me feel good.
Yeah,
You all you're doing is we're gonna have a longer argument.
And you're looking real ignorant.
All I'm asking you just understand.
Yeah.
Don't comment, just understand.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm not talking that shit just to talk that shit. I'm talking that shit because there's times where, yo, I might get pulled and I'm nervous as a bitch.
Yo, the
you know what I'm
cops
saying?
give me anxiety like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
They shouldn't give me anxiety if I got a tail light out or if I have. What happens?
Yeah.
Who's gonna know something happened to me?
I had
You
a
know
cop
what I
stop
mean?
me and said,
I worry
like,
about my father.
came to
and my
me
brother.
and said, just so you know, the dash cam is on. I'm like, you just stopped me from speeding. Like, what's going on here? Like,
Because you're black.
Because you black.
Yeah,
Instead
you
of
know,
telling
like,
that guy.
come on.
Can we talk about the stupid ass Confederate flag every time I drive up 95 though? Wanda
I thought
Sykes
they
called
took it
that shit
down.
out.
It's still
That
up
shit
there.
is big as day.
And can we say
and then
this?
I went somewhere into Chester
Yeah.
and had the most racist fucking experience, and I was like, damn.
They were trying to put one in Prince George, but the people fought against it.
They
That's
got
what I
one
call this
on
place.
95.
This is exactly what I
Wait,
call this
is it
place.
it's not the one at 288? I thought
When
they
you
took
go
that
up
one down.
95.
Nah, it's near John Tyler. They had one there. Then if you go down 95 before you get to Carson, it was one out there.
Oh.
My thing is, I mean, y'all lost. You know, you was fighting against America. But when Cap takes a knee against America, you want to speak on you supporting America, but you're rocking a Confederate flag that was fighting against America.
Facts.
Then you want to talk about your Southern heritage. Your heritage is based on hate and slavery.
Yeah.
But then you want to bring it up that, well, not everybody had slaves.
But,
Well, that means y'all were poor and you couldn't afford one. Sorry.
yeah. The funniest shit happened this week that came up on Facebook. And the dude, I just said, you know, you guys are always quick to say, why you guys should, you know, we bring up slavery, like, why are you guys holding on to slavery?
Why y'all
You know,
Because they're still
but you guys are
alive.
holding on to this flag that represents Jim Crow and
Yeah.
slavery to us. So why are we supposed to let that go? And the guy said, white guy came on there, what? Isn't slavery over? And I was like, dude, isn't the fucking war over?
Yeah.
Like, why are you?
These motherfuckers was mad about Arthur Ashe Boulevard.
Exactly.
And Jeff Davis go all the way to motherfucking D.C. I'm saying, yeah.
Hold on.
They
I
was
didn't know
mad.
They was mad about
They was
that.
mad
I didn't
because
know
they-
was mad about Arthur Ashe.
They wanted to just say Boulevard.
And
Yeah.
the Kings are upset about Martin Luther King Boulevard because it's in all the hoods. Let's call a spade a spade. I am a truck driver. I've been to every state
How
in the
many
United
states is
States,
that?
all the contiguous ones except for Alaska and Hawaii. I haven't driven there. But anytime I want to know where the hood is, I look up Malcolm X and Martin Luther King.
Okay.
Yeah,
Found it.
that's
And
MLK.
they're
Yeah.
gonna keep them right.
They
But JD is a hood, so let's call a spade again. JD is a hood.
In Richmond, it is a hood.
Yeah,
Have you ever been to the Field There, the Pass joint is up in Goochland?
that short pump joint.
Yeah, and so they didn't allow the flaggers to come there this year because they violated the rules, which is like you can't be pushing your product on people. So they told them they couldn't come this year. Man, you'd have thought they fucking said no white people allowed.
Yeah, I look at that shit like when I see it, I think of Time to Kill. I'm thinking Keith Sutherland coming out that bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's in the back of every black man's. It's a fear when you see that shit because anything can happen.
Yeah,
You know.
Yeah.
But I think about the white boys that we went to school with.
Yeah, I mean,
Like-
we had plenty of them up, come to school, had a big truck,
Yeah,
had
with
it
the
on the
flags
back.
blowing from the truck. And like some of them was like the coolest white
But
boys
we was
ever.
always skeptical though, and I think if you go back and see some of them cats now, you like, my
No.
suspicions
I knew
are
better.
right.
I knew better.
And look, and here's the
Like,
thing.
I'm about to make some people mad, and I honestly and sincerely don't give two fucks.
All right.
My daughter played soccer on a team here in Prince George. Name dropping, yeah, couldn't give no fucks.
Oh.
And
2 fucks.
there's two of
That's
them.
one.
Yeah. And I never felt so uncomfortable. I kept my peace because I'm a fucking G and a goddess. But at the same
Come on,
time,
goddess.
had it been the old me, I would have drug your ass somewhere. Because that racist shit exists. And then, like, when I looked up their history and how they were and who their parents were, that's who they are now. Mm-hmm. You are a product of who raised you. So back when we were young, they were just being bred. Trust me. They were just being bred, and now you see them as an adult. I don't put no.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you'll see them, you be like, oh, I remember I went to school with them or whatever. You know, you add them, then they be the ones that making them goddamn comments.
Yeah. Come on, man. It's always.
Yes, I love to read Tony's because then you be looking at the people you went to school with like, what?
Yeah.
I be looking at them like, that's why that bitch ain't my friend.
Like, what?
And I'm the kind of person, like, if I didn't fuck with you then, don't fuck with me now, because I'm not brand new. I'll keep it OG with you later. Nope, sorry, didn't like you then, don't like you now.
Yeah, it's like, yo, you have to, if you ain't experienced it, man, like, why comment on it? Like, if you've been sheltered your whole life, you've never experienced anything like that.
Yeah, if you can't understand it from experience, then there's no need in you talking about it. Like, I was speaking to this girl at work the other day. She had just saw me from being back from maternity leave, and I was telling her, you know, I went back to work early because his spot opened up at daycare, so I'll just take my other 2 months of maternity leave later. And I was telling her it was an in-home daycare, and I was like, I really like the lady. I've met her before, and one of my coworkers, her son goes there, and I said I just could not bring myself to take him to a facility. I couldn't even imagine dropping my son off at a daycare facility run by white people.
Yep.
Not knowing if they were going to take care of my brown baby. I was like, my black baby, because at the end of the day, my money is green, and that's all they care about. They don't care who they get the money from, as long as the money is green. I said, but I just could not. I said, it's a daycare not even a mile down the street from my house. And I just couldn't do it. And she said, that is so sad that, like, you have to think like that. I said, and see, as a white woman, you wouldn't think like that. You would take your kid on to the daycare and be happy. I said, but that is the first thing that came to my mind, is that I can't do it. I started reading, like, comments, and I'm Yelping and Googling and all of this stuff for these facilities, and I'm like, I just can't. I can't.
That's why I became self-employed, for that reason right there. Because, like, when I had my daughter, I was like, man, I was in the truck. Truck drivers have 14-hour days to 11-hour days. I was fortunate that I knew another truck driver whose mom, and they were black, and she would watch her because she knew the truck life. She knew that the hours were going to be long, and she still gave me a fair price. And I respect her. Big shout out to Miss Cheney. Love you. Thank you so much for helping me raise my daughter when I was in that truck. But that's exactly why I became self-employed. For that right there, so I could be there for my daughter for anything that she needs. Ain't nobody going to tell me, no, I can't do nothing. I wish they would. Like, that's just the life that I chose. Because it's, like, exactly what you said. You can't
trust them.
You can't trust anybody as it is.
You
but
really
then
can't
you
trust anybody
somebody else that doesn't understand how we get down and how we live. It's
the climate that we're in right now. These people, they are just so
scary.
They
brazen,
bold,
man. Yeah, they're brazen.
They bold.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Their president has allowed them to feel like they can be bold because his dumb ass is bold. And how is it that Bill Clinton just got a little head in the office?
No, he got a lot of head.
He got some head. All he got was some head in the office. And y'all, they impeached him. Did he get impeached or they
wanted to?
They wanted to.
He went through the process.
Wait, speaking of impeachment, hold on, Tony. You remember when they tried to impeach me when I was class president? That shit was funny as fuck.
I ain't want to say nothing, but yeah, I do. I remember that shit.
Pause. Let's go back. What year was this?
I was class president my junior year. I was busy as fuck. I was like captain of the volleyball
Why did
team,
they want to impeach you?
Because I was fucking busy and I was black.
Won't give enough time.
I ain't even dropping their white ass names right now.
Hold on, I was in the SGA.
You was a senator.
I was.
There was no reason to impeach me. I was busy. I had a life. I showed up for the important shit. That's why you have vice president
that should have been president.
And etc. Well, no, he was government. He was should have been
president. I was the student body vice president junior year, not the class.
And I was class president.
They wouldn't let me run. I couldn't do it my senior year because I was the DECA president, and they said you can't be president of another club and be the class president. So.
Yeah, they was doing it for me.
I'm good because y'all lucky I ain't, because you damn sure wouldn't have had no reunion.
At least Vegas, man. We could have did the Vegas thing, man.
Trying to do all that, but I mean, it's unique, like how we grew up, man. You know, our school, I think, definitely diverse, but we saw we saw all the little cliques and all the differences, man. And I think probably put on
Did
Facebook.
we have a little race war?
We
had one.
We did.
We had one that made the news.
Yeah.
But like, you can go like this is what I try to tell my white friends, man. You can go to pretty much 95% of black people, and they can give you an instance where they suffered racism, man. I had it when I was in high school. We've all gone through it, so you can't say you guys are overreacting. No, we see it.
I seen
And you
worse.
realize it even more when you become an adult, because when you're a kid, you don't realize that people are being fucked up to you.
I remember they
And
said
then
they
you
was
go, like, wow.
They was bringing remember they had the shotguns and rifles in the back of the pickup trucks.
Yeah.
The white boys, you know. And this ain't an attack on white people, but I'm just saying this is a fact.
This will happen.
Now, if it had been us at school with a shotgun, oh, we gone.
That part.
We gone.
We going to juvie.
Yeah, they can just be like, oh, you know, we going hunting. You know, I left it in the back of the truck.
What was that Prince George? They ain't Prince George Drive. Is it? What's the road? to
Lower
school?
Spring.
They
Yeah.
riding up and down that jump with the flag.
Yeah.
Flapping.
Oh, man. I played, so, you know, y'all got I played baseball, man. I played baseball with a couple years. We was at a tournament, man, and I guess he had felt comfortable talking to me or whatever, and like got real comfortable. He's like, you know what, Tony, you know, I really like you, man. You're not like the rest of them. You're not a, and he's called me a nigga. He said, you're not like the rest of the niggas. Like, first off, I said, don't ever say that again. I said, I'm gonna give you a pass now. I said,
So
but don't ever say that again.
This guy's still alive, huh?
See, but that's not
I was like,
crazy part.
I was like 14 years old.
That's a total wow moment, ain't it?
That's like a shot.
And I was like, wow, man, you know, like, you can't believe somebody would say that, man. And I remember in like going back to Walton, man. I had a kid. That's the only time I ever been to the principal's office at Walton. Kid called me a nigga. Choked him up in class in 4th grade, man. Choked him up. She sent me to the office, but I got there and our principal was black at the time. She was like, he said what? And I was like, yeah. She's like, going back to class.
That part.
Yeah, going back to class.
That's when, what was it, blonde? We had a black principal.
Miss Pettigrew.
Yeah.
I won't dare that long.
Yeah.
Remember she used to do the announcements at the end of the day? And she used to tap on the mic? Yeah, I mean, everybody experienced it, man. It's like I said, man, just be an ally. You don't have to always, like, come for us when we make a comment. It's like, we're not just saying that shit just to say it.
Big shout out to Killer Mike and his allies and his whole thought process.
Yeah. Shout out David Banner as well, man.
Yes, him too.
I don't know if his podcast has came yet. I want to check that out.
I'm gonna check that out.
We got to do better as a people too, supporting one another. We were not raised like that. We were raised to be divisive. We were raised to be not supportive.
Yeah.
We were raised with that crab is a bucket mentality. So I'm gonna start right now. c.Farris Music Group right now. If you are a black-owned business, for the next 48 hours, whenever you post this, next 48 hours, if you're a black-owned business, c.Farris Music Group, if you are actually doing something with your business, go ahead and make a comment, and wherever you post this, tag me, the real c.Farris, c.Farris on Instagram. I'll be more than happy to do an intro, a jingle, whatever you need for promotion for your business.
Oh, girl, let me know when you make this post.
Let me go ahead and post this. Yes, we articulate.
Yeah.
You guys, if you need a jingle, I got you.
So much for me having the exclusive.
You had it first.
You had it first. First.
You had it first.
OG in the game.
Yeah.
Send you a
But
shirt,
yeah,
girl.
because I support. I want
a shirt for you.
Can I get a shirt?
I got you.
Oh, you want a shirt?
I got you.
Hey, I got you on the shirt, man. Just you just let me know your information, and we haven't talked because you
I'm evil and I'm sorry. I'm a boss.
you came for me and you put me in my place.
Do you want to put that out? Go ahead, air it
No,
out.
I'm not airing it out. I'm just saying,
out.
c.Farris put me in my place. I needed to be humbled, and she was the humbler.
But I'm never mean with it.
But it was all love. It wasn't, I didn't come back. I was like, yeah, it wasn't like that. I was out of pocket.
Oh.
As you can say.
Were you out of pocket?
That's what I said.
Oh, okay.
My foot, the foot. Remember the foot?
I'm about to get it.
Hey, yo, Irrelevance In The Dungeon, man. Shout out C.Farris.
Hey.
Desiree Dixon.
Oh, yeah, now this is the part where we just do shout outs.
I'm about to say what?
She gonna make her. I said she gonna make her shout out her.
Yeah,
Like what? Am I supposed to say my name?
Desiree / Kanye.
Like, huh?
I was like, all right.
Hey, C.Farris was dope, but I'm gonna get my shit out right now.
I was waiting. I didn't. Oh, Sorry.
Get it how you live. It was all good.
Anytime, c.Farris,
Oh, what am I supposed to do?
Your
I'm sorry.
shout-out.
Shout-outs,
Oh, my
please.
shout-out. Shit, my bad. Hold on, I wrote these down today.
Y'all.
Uh-oh.
Of course, Snuff Magee is number one, I'm sure.
All right, so big shout-out to Snuff Magee.
Oh, wow.
I am on the intro. Check out the intro, c.Farris Official.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Beautiful thing.
Big shout-out to all of my big rig truck drivers. Love you guys that fuck with c.Farris Trucking Consultation. I want to give a big shout out to my employees at c.Farris Call Center Solutions. I want to give a shout out to
I need a job.
That's what I'm saying.
Enough of them.
Shit.
Antonio. Like, y'all remember Antonio Santiago?
Yeah.
That is my dude. He works for me. He works for c.Farris Music Group. He does my videos. You're the homie. He helps me with. Oh, my bad. So I'm just being on all the table. He helps me with like all of that. I shout out Big Pure Confidence Boutique and the modeling. I model, so if you have a clothing line, need a model,
Coming
I'm
soon.
there for all of that. And that's that. And stay tuned for the music. So now that I'm back, every Friday I will be dropping new music. Every Friday, look out for that.
Good
And
Fridays.
their
Cool.
Shit My Way, the Wiz Khalifa edition mixtape will be officially out September the 1st.
And the remix, the Snuff remix is coming.
Yes, we're
and,
gonna do a video and everything.
And I want, if Miss Dixon, she wants to join in on it, it's going to be a beautiful
Alto
thing.
soprano boo.
Yeah, since she's such a Cardi fan, can I get a verse?
Can I get tenor?
Can I get a verse?
No, you can't.
Why? You a Cardi fan?
I don't know all them words.
Huh?
Give me the beat. I don't know all them words.
Yo, it's coming soon. Appreciate it, c.Farris. Miss Dixon.
You know what? First, giving honor to God, who is the head of my life. Ain't that what the Christians do?
That's what they
we
do.
do.
Yes, indeed.
Well,
What we do. Thank you, Snuff Magee, for having me on the show, even though you did not have to beg me to be here.
I didn't say that on the show. This is behind the
It
scenes
was
Snuff
a
stuff.
pleasure.
Oh.
It was a pleasure to be here.
Sip my tea on
Thank
that
you.
one. Might have to juice on it.
Shout out to my son Daxton. Mommy loves you. All of my customers, future and current customers of Virtuous Threads, and shout out to me. Happy birthday early. Thank you. It was good to see my old classmates.
Yeah.
And me too.
You an old classmate, baby.
Oh, I didn't know that I was,
Are you not a classmate?
the foot.
Are you a classmate?
The foot.
I don't care nothing about that
The
foot.
feet.
Are you?
The feet.
Yeah.
10 toes down. Fellow Snuff Magee friends, I ain't took them yet, Mariah. It's coming though.
Yeah.
Mr. Vaughn.
Shout out to I always say shout out to my family, my wife, 3 kids. Allow me to do this time, do this, be away from them a little bit. Appreciate it. Mariah Lachey, my co-host on Yes We Are Articulate. For those of you first time hearing me on here, please go and search Yes We Are Articulate on all your streaming
Super dope
apps. Our podcast. Also, we have we sell merchandise as well. So go to the website as well. Yes We Are Articulate. MyShopify.com. A lot of cool merchandise there, all about Black empowerment. So please go support. Shout out to the class of 2000 PGHS.
Yes.
Was coming up on 20 years.
Right.
Black don't crack.
We looking good, man. And I say that because I've seen some people that don't look as good. Ain't calling nobody out, but I feel good about how I look at about to be 38 next year.
Come on
I feel
now.
good about how I look. And I think we all doing a lot of good things, man. Entrepreneurs doing things, man. A lot of positivity. So shout out to us. Keep doing our thing, man. We make 20 years look good.
Yeah.
And then lastly, man, just we touched on it earlier, man, but moment of silence for the all the lives that was taken this past week with the senseless violence, not only through the mass shootings, but also just the killings that we do on a day-to-day basis in the hoods and so forth, man. One day we'll live in a world where we don't have to worry about that, man. But until then, let's keep fighting, not putting up with the bullshit, and trying to do something positive, man. And say it all the time. If you ain't doing something, good, somebody else is doing it. you know, you should be out there trying to do something to improve, you know, the world for yourself and for your family, man. And that's what I'm all about, trying to help people, trying to improve and trying to progress. So, man, shout out. Appreciate you, Snuff, for having me again, man.
Oh, first of numerous.
Yeah,
numerous
I'll be
more.
back as much as you'll have me. And then last thing, on Tuesday, we're filming the next episode of Yes, We Articulate. We're going to have Marcus Jones, who's running for Board of Supervisors for Henrico County. He'll be our special guest.
I thought you was about to say Marcus Jones from Prince George.
Nah, not him.
Oh, I thought you. That's right.
What?
Yeah, I love.
What Marcus doing?
I love his memes.
Yeah.
What is Marcus doing with his life?
Shout out Marcus. I think his dad is somebody on the Board of Supervisors for Prince George. Though.
He is. I was like, oh.
But this is a different Marcus.
Okay.
Spelled with a Q. Q. Yeah, with a Q. Marquise. Yeah. But yeah, make sure y'all tune in to that on Tuesday. Special episode. A brother running for Board of Supervisors in Henrico County. So shout out to that. And again, man, appreciate y'all being here. I enjoyed it once again.
I appreciate it, man. I'm only as good as my guest, and I knew this is going to be like super dope. You know, it could be even longer, but you know, I'm just enjoying the time that y'all are here. Hopefully, this is like the first of many for, you know, because y'all already stole tone. So hopefully,
Man, y'all got me ready to start my own podcast.
Hey.
yeah,
Nah, I'm about to like just jack everybody podcast, do all the intros. Like I don't want my own show though.
yeah.
I
I'll be singing on everybody's stuff. Like
Y'all
you need
know
a
I
song?
love to talk.
Hey,
break music.
anytime y'all want to come back, you're welcome. Like I said, c.Farris, I appreciate, you know, you reaching out the first time, you know, you coming on the show.
I'm proud of you, by the way. This is like growing into something so like, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
Well, I can't, you know I can't.
The brand is growing.
You know I can't take compliments.
I'm trying to have a photo shoot in front of the whole backdrop and
Come
stuff.
on.
I'm trying to get like you.
Nah,
Like,
I
I got
can't.
all these businesses and my branding is
I can't take compliments.
Yeah, you doing it with the branding.
Oh my God.
All you got to do is put Snuff on your license plate.
I thought about it,
I know you
but
did. That virtue was so mad.
I thought about it, but the car too dirty right now. I gotta clean it up. But like I said, c.Farris, you know, for looking out for me, you know, agreeing to do the show the first time with the theme song, humbling my ass. Desiree been humbling me since 8th grade. T. Vaughan since, you know, back in the day, always been one of the coolest brothers I know. I appreciate y'all stopping through. Like I said, keep coming back whenever you want to come back. This is Irrelevance in the Dungeon. I'm Snuff Magee, joined by
c.Farris.
Desiree Dixon.
T. Vaughan.
No doubt. We out. Peace.
All right.
You've been listening to Snuff Magee and Friends. Irrelevance in the Dungeon.